Hello everyone, it's Katie here from the Scrappy Sisters, and I'm up today with another 12x12 layout. This one is still with the guest design spot with Crazy Craft Obsession, and it is the Simple Stories Into the Wild collection that I'm using. And one of the cut apart sheets in this collection was all tags. And so it was one of the Simple Stories do cut apart sheets with their tags. One side is kind of like a full image, and the other side just has an image at the top, and then there's a space for journaling. So there's either grids or lines, or it's just plain white. So you can't really use it for anything else because they are both, they're tags on both sides. So I cut apart that cut apart sheet, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to do a full tag layout. Now, in one of my earlier videos where I made a mixed media background using some of the Shimmers products in my kit this month, this was the excess mixed media that I soaked up before I cleared my glass mat. And I did say in that video that I would use it again, and I did. So I'm very pleased to say that I did use it on this particular layout. And I've got two photos of Lincoln eating. He's just putting a piece of, you probably can't see it in the photo, but he is having a fruit salad, and he has put a piece of orange in his mouth. You know, I don't know if you ever used to do it as kids, but you'd put a whole, segment of orange in your mouth that still had the skin on, and then, anyway, the skin would show through in place of teeth. He thinks it's the funniest thing since sliced bread. And so, yeah, he was just playing around. So I snapped a couple of photos. They're nothing photos, there's no big story. It was just fun. We were outside playing. And then just at the very end, you will see me make a massive, it's not a mistake, but there was an oopsie moment that happened. And then in the photos, you'll see how I fixed it. So yes, be prepared for that very oops moment coming your way at the very, very, very end of the video. So all I'm doing is I found some twine in my stash. This is white twine, white and a kind of almost a lime green colour, but it's very light. But I just thought it went well with this collection, and I am redoing my craft room, and I am filming it. I don't know if I am going to end up putting all the clips together and putting them up on the channel because it's been a process. I've been working on it since December, and I filmed the first clip in December, and we're now in February. But I am hoping to finish it in the next month. So I start back at work in 2 weeks. Addison starts at childcare next week. She's only doing half days for the first week while I'm still not working, just to get her used to it. She's done a few orientation sessions, and I think she'll be okay. I think she'll struggle for a bit, to sleep there, which is perfectly normal. But I think she'll fit in well, and she's a super social kid, so I think she'll really enjoy it. But I will have a little bit of child-free time on my hands, and then I'm actually, instead of going back to work 4 days a week, which was my normal position, I'm actually going back to work 2 days a week for the first month. Again, I just wanted a buffer so that if Addison doesn't cope at childcare, then I don't have to force her to stay. I can go and get her, and she can have shorter days if she needs to, just while we're all settling back into this new routine of ours. But I'm hoping she will settle after the first few weeks. And so I am hoping to finish reorganising my craft room, because actually I'm still going to be working 1 day a week from home, and I need to fit or have space on my desk that can be my work desk as well as my crafting desk. So at the moment it is covered in crafting supplies, and I need a better system so that on the Friday when I'm working from home, that it can be quickly transitioned to work mode, and I don't get distracted by crafting. So I think I'll be fine, but I just want to make sure. So yeah, I might film it. Let me know if you've listened to this rant and rambling on. Let me know if you'd like to see that. It's more sort of talking clips. I haven't necessarily filmed me actually cleaning and sorting, but I've done sort of little clips on sort of what I'm doing, if that makes sense. So it might be a little disjointed, but I am happy to put it up if people want to see it. I guess it'll be more vloggy style. So anyway, let me know. But basically all I was doing there was sticking down my tags while I was rambling on about that. I decided to use my tiny attacher to staple the ends of the twine. And at this point I'm thinking, I don't love that I sort of wrapped the twine around from the top to the bottom, and I do actually end up cutting it to make sort of 2 strips of tags rather than 1. Yeah, I think it just looked better. I did cut it a little short, the twine, but that's okay. So I end up stapling both edges down, and then I'm going to come in with my glue and glue this border down. So I just gutted one of the 12 by 12 papers in this collection, and it's sort of the brown with an orange triangle. And so I'm using that as my little border. I just thought it was cute, and sort of picked up on a lot of the colours, particularly of the lion, who's very prominent on that tag. Definitely the same colours as the lion's mane and body. Yeah, so this doesn't have a title. Oh, yes, it does. Sorry. No, take that back. There is a title. I was about to say, this doesn't have a title. I'm kind of using the tags as my title, but no, it definitely has a title. So I've pulled out the thickers, and I did decide that I would use one of the black and white thickers. I wasn't sure which one I wanted to use. So my initial thoughts were the Stay Wild Child, but I really liked the Life is Good and My Little Monkey. My Little Monkey was the wrong shape. I wanted it to fit on the tag. And so I end up going with the Stay Wild Child, but I'm just sort of thinking about how am I going to make some clusters on this? Like it's a, with all of those tags, it is difficult to do too many clusters. And I do a couple, I do 3. And I sort of wanted to keep the embellishments mostly on the tags. They do hang over a tiny bit onto the page. And I've obviously got my 3 spaces. I do leave a tiny bit of space for journaling, but I really don't have much to say with this layout. It's just an everyday fun little picture, of life. There's not a huge kind of story behind it. Also, side note, you can see how well I've been doing with this collection. Look at all those stickers I've mostly used up. Very proud of myself so far. I've not killed it yet, but there's still time. So I'm just going through the stickers to create my little clusters. I don't have a heap left, I will say, but that's okay. I don't need them to be big clusters. I put a little sloth head down. Why not? Just for fun. Obviously, this layout has nothing to do with animals, but I just thought it was super cute. I added the little camera from the chipboard sheet, and then up the top, I added a little geotag, as well as a little tree that I sort of stuck underneath the title. I'm cutting something. What am I cutting? I don't know. I was trimming something. No, I don't know what I was doing. No idea. I've got that little chameleon that I'm holding on to because I want to stick him down, but I was just working out where. Decided I wanted to pop him up on some foam, so I do that and add him into that little cluster. I am going to need to add something else there because it creates like a little space. Oh, and I added my little binoculars. I thought was super cute. And I'm bringing in the puffy stickers just to see what I can add. And I add a little raw loud word. I think that works well. And then I'm adding a little hello adventure. And I do actually end up popping that up because I wanted it to overlap the binoculars, and the binoculars are foam. So I needed to add a little foam dot behind there. And then I do want to add a little puffy sticker as well beside the Stay Wild. And I'm thinking, what am I going to add to that tree? So you know what? I just put a monkey in the tree. It works. Okay, definitely works. And then I thought I'm going to add some little tiny word stickers. So I just add 2 to each cluster. I know, controversial. Probably should have added 3, but I didn't. So I add 2 to each cluster. Just they're just random sayings. Love you, silly monkey, monkeying around, fun, hello there, and Hakuna Matata. And then I'm going to come in with splatters, and I've nearly finished. So make sure you check the description box because I do have a referral link for Crazy Craft Obsession. So they are an Australian online scrapbooking store run by the lovely Cass and her partner Jacques. And they're super lovely, and they will ship anywhere to Australia and New Zealand. And they get a lot of the really new American crafts collections and other things that are a bit tricky to get your hands on. And they're also happy to do special orders for people if there's something specific that you want. I do have a referral link in the description box. So, there's there's the disaster. Did you see it? I feel like I needed to be like one of those good editors that like does it in slow-mo. No, totally dropped the spray bottle. Disaster. Went all over Lincoln's head in that bottom photo. You'll see in the close-ups how I fix it. But anyway, disaster. But see the link, I have a referral link. So here you go, here's a close-up. So as you can see, I just removed the photo completely. It was essentially the same photo twice. I just had both of them, so I stuck them both on the page. But I didn't really think it needed a reprint. So it had the little Life's a Zoo wording underneath, and I thought that was fine. So make sure you check the description box below, and we will see you in our next video. Thanks guys, bye.